What's up, guys? Nick Major here, APTV correspondent. I just spoke with Jordan of Astro Lasso. This band, they've been playing shows for only a month, but they're on tour with We the Kings, so I had to find out how this happened and who they were. Stay tuned to see what he had to say. So I caught your guys' set a few nights back down at the Troubadour in Hollywood, and I loved it, but one of my favorite things about going to shows is when it's opening acts that maybe you're not as familiar with, and I'd never heard of you guys, and then all of a sudden you were like, by the way, this is our 1 month anniversary of ever playing shows. So fill me in on what has created this band that is so new still.
Yeah, and we're not only a month. There's no judgment that you hadn't heard of us.
Yeah.
Well, actually, I had played in a band previously called Kingsfoil, and as for quite a few years, and then as that sort of folded and ended, we wanted to come up with a project that we kind of planned it all, recorded it all before we said anything about it, because I feel like there's so many bands that are like, this is our new band and we're gonna have an album out in like 6 months.
Take a look at this picture.
Or here's a photo that we have. Yeah. So instead of doing that, we wanted to kind of at least have the record together and have a video together and just sort of have a little bit more of a plan and then release it. So that was kind of our plan. We really lucked out with being added to the We the Kings tour. It was so exciting for us. So that's kind of how that kind of pushed us to make sure that the record was going to be out so that we could really do the tour right. So
the first show that you guys ever did was the first show of this tour?
Yes, which it might not have been the best call. Just only because we were super nervous, and it was like this moment where we realized maybe we should have done a local show, because a lot of bands, you realize that first show that you do, no matter what, you're going to be
Something's
nervous.
Something's going to go wrong.
Something's going to. So we did okay, but we were you could definitely tell that the nerves, it was hard for us to settle down just because it was our first show. But as the shows have gone on, it's really like we've started to figure it out, and it's been a blast.
So how long have you guys been kind of quietly making music, getting music videos together? When did that all start for this project?
Yeah, actually, we made the video almost a year ago to date. Actually, we were out in California doing a video for Someday, and then this whole past summer we've been practicing, just working on the set and writing more songs and stuff. So we've probably about a year of really just trying to plan it out and just trying to get the idea together before we said anything.
And I had a feeling it had been a while, because in the Someday video, your hair is gone. Your head is shaved. And I was like, okay, his hair was not that short when I met him the other night.
Yeah.
So that's cool, though. Are you pretty happy with how the last year has gone? Has the payoff been exceeded your expectations?
It's absolutely. I can't even say how thankful I am for everything that's happening. The shows have been so amazing. I keep pinching myself going is this, because so many bands work so hard to get to the point where they have an opportunity to tour on a tour like this. So to be able to do it right out of the gate with new project, I recognize how rare that is, and it's been so much fun. I'm making sure that I'm truly appreciating every show, because I know I'll look back and go, wow, that was so amazing that we got to do that. So yeah, it's been an honor to be on it.
As I said, I wasn't familiar with the band before the show, and being the first tour that you guys have ever done, there's going to be so many kids that have never heard of you guys.
Yeah.
How do you approach each show, knowing that it could be a good variety of people that either aren't familiar with you guys or just never heard the music?
It's actually a little nerve-wracking, because in our previous band, we definitely had fans. So you'd be at a show, and maybe there'd be some people that didn't know you, but you'd have people that were there to support you. Whereas this is you're in front of a bunch of people that have never heard your name. So you have to find ways to connect. And lucky for me, I've been playing music for a long time, so I can, draw on that to perform and try to engage people. We've been doing a thing where we, outside when they're waiting in line, we'll hang out with them and play a song with in front of the line and film it and say,
nice.
Hey, we're the opening band. We love just wanted to say thanks for waiting in line. We've done stuff like that. And that's really kind of helped people sort of get an idea of who we are.
So I know before this you had your other music project, but I have a feeling your roots go back to the music world. It sounds like it's something you've always wanted to do, and I'm guessing you were raised in the music world. So
yeah,
bring me
definitely
up to speed with what it was like, what introduced you to music first, and why it's something that you still actively pursue.
Yeah, I mean, I couldn't see myself doing anything else, honestly. My dad was a piano tuner, actually, so I grew up around a lot of ding, ding, like learning that that perfect sound of what's in tune and what's not. I think I grew up kind of with that in my psyche.
Is it instilled into you for life now? If you hear anything that's slightly off, you're just like, oh God.
That's all. And even with myself, when I'm singing, I can like go, oh, I know. Oh, what am I doing there? That was not good. So that probably instilled in me the ability to kind of, it made me want to sing too. Like I started singing at a young age and I loved it. I just loved singing in the car, and just that was something that always was like just so much fun for me. So when I found out that I could actually, make this, I could do it in a band, it was just like, oh, this is amazing. Mm-hmm. So I think I started, and Tristan, who's our drummer, we started playing in shows. He plays guitar and piano. We grew up together, so we probably started playing together when I was 16 or 17.
Oh, that's right. So you guys have consistently stayed in each other's music life.
Yeah, we've somehow been able to deal with each other for
but,
many
that sounds
years.
like a good chemistry and a good relationship.
Yeah, it really does, man. Because you can be playing and really know where, like, I know what he's doing. I know what he's thinking. I know, like, I can quickly tell where he's at with whatever song we're in, and that's huge. Like, that only comes with playing with someone for many, many years, I feel like.
And so how does the latest project compare musically to any of the other stuff you've done? Is this are you guys trying something completely new with Astro Lasso?
It is different. Yeah. Our last band, Kingsville, was more like a straight up rock band, and I love that too. But this project's a little more electronic. Like, we both have pads that we play. And we use like a lot of different kind of weird sounds, and we produced and recorded the whole record ourselves, the debut record ourselves. So in doing that, we were able to take those sounds really easily and put them right into our live show. It was like, since we did it ourselves, it was easy to do that. So that's been really exciting. That's the first time we've done that. In previous bands, we never produced or recorded it ourselves. So that's been really exciting. And now we kind of see, after this tour, we've seen like the songs that really work. We've seen like, so now as we record more, we go, okay, I want a song like this for the live show.
I was going to ask that. I was going to say, has the response from the new fans, the kids listening, kind of let you guys know what works and what direction you want to take?
Yeah, and you never want to like pander or cater to people. You want to make whatever is the best you can make, obviously. But it does give you an idea, like, oh, I really want a faster song, or I really want this to feel good in the set. Mm-hmm. So that's exciting, because Tristan and I are both realizing that. And it's going to be exciting, because we're going to get home and start writing another EP right away. So
I guess your set is kind of constricted to, you only have 5 songs you can really play. So you threw in an Ed Sheeran cover in the last one, and that kids were going crazy for that. It sounded great. So, and that's similar to kind of the thing you're doing in line. You're just bringing something that they'll know for sure.
Something that they know, just because they don't know who we are. There's so many bands. Like, we got to give them an in somehow. Mm-hmm. And yeah, I love that song. Our last band, Kingsfoil, had the honor to open for Ed at a show in Delaware, and he was like,
man, it's amazing.
He was so kind to us and like so down to earth, and shouted us out on stage and like said, check out. So it was like, it really made, like, when we were covering it, like, he's such a great guy. We're like, we want to cover, like, it's very cliche to cover something that's so popular, but at the same time, like, I'm a fan of him and I love the song. So
he's one of the best for a reason.
Yeah, it really is. He's amazing. So
after this tour wraps up, it sounds like you're going to get down to writing some more stuff. Do you guys have any stuff back in the vault that you recorded over the last year?
We do. There's definitely some songs that you kind of just deciding like what songs fit. Actually, the closer, a song called Talk Talk Talk, is not on the record. That'll be on the new one, and that's been going over really well. People are like, wait, I don't remember hearing that on the record. Like, what's that song? So that'll be on the new EP, and then we just have to decide what are the songs that fit together best, really. Mm-hmm.
And since you guys are so new, I feel like I can get away with asking some of the typical questions that you will always get.
Oh, yeah.
So I want to know about the name. How you guys got the name, what it means.
I tried to, I forget who I tried to explain this to, a friend or something. They're like, you're going to need to work on that. But I'm gonna try anyway. The one idea, it's sort of space related, like trying to lasso space. Space is infinite, and how are you ever going to do that? And the parallel was like that moment when you felt like you had a creative idea, or like for a song, like that moment it's so hard to lasso, it's so hard to grab. Like, there's really no way of doing it. Like, it's trying to lasso space. Like, you got to just let it come to you and hope that you're ready to write it down or sing it or so that was kind of the idea of, like, creativity is so easy sometimes, but it's so hard. Like, you can't plan to just grab it and say, here's a song. You can work really hard at your craft, but at the end of the day, if you don't have that random spark or that whatever it is that makes a song what it is, if you don't have that, you probably won't have a great song. So that's kind of the idea of Astro space, Lasso space. If you're able to do that, you might be able to find a song.
No,
so it
makes total sense.
Yeah.
You guys approached it the right way, because as you said earlier, when an artist is just like, hey, I have new music coming in 3 years.
Yeah.
Like
Wait for it.
It's easy to kind of lose interest, but when it's someone who not only they release an EP, but then they're playing shows all around the country.
Yeah.
That's great.
Awesome.
So
Thank
good,
you,
man. Yeah, you guys are killing it. Thanks for chatting. Nice to meet you, man.
Honestly, an honor to be interviewing with you. I've literally read this magazine growing up, so it's like to be interviewing with you is truly an honor, man. Thank you.
No, thank you. Thanks for chatting. Best of luck with the band. It sounds like you guys know exactly where you need to be heading, so
awesome.
I look forward to seeing what the future holds for you guys.
Thank you, brother.
Yeah, absolutely, man.
Appreciate it, man.
Take
Thanks.
it easy.
In the back of my mind, I was going home at the back of a line of your favorite song. And the track